yourself out to camera now. Let's say hi to all those fans we have out there. What do you think of that? What do you think of those apples? You like them? Excellent. All right, guys. Herbie's looking all shiny and spunky. So get those cameras ready. You don't want to miss this picture.
Shooting. Yeah, where's Herbie off to?
Oh, I said not to say hi to his fans. What?
That's fine. Just keep out of the tunnel. We got explosives and pyros stored in the tunnel.
What? I didn't know that. Okay, Herbie, don't go in the tunnel. Just go. Herbie!
To this next scene. All right, Jeff, check in with Chris, make sure he knows his speeds. Chris maintaining that speed perfect into the ramp truck, onto the second truck, and down into the airbag, right into that 180. No problem with the wall whatsoever. Here from another angle, flying through the air into that 180. One more shot from behind on that landing truck. Here with the pursuit car spinning out below, flying through the air. And here's one more shot right into your living room. You're probably wondering what we're going to do with that airbag, though. We're going to take the footage we shot last week with our first scene, put it together with the footage that we just shot, and through the magic of editing, you are never going to see that airbag.
That's right, folks. Brings up a great point as well. But you go without saying, I will mention, of course, you should never attempt any of this on your own. We do use an awful lot of safety equipment out here. You'll never see any of it in the finished film.
That actually is a great point. Yep. You know, we got that in one take. I think we have no time for pickup track.
Let's put the drivers on fire.
They're needed. I'll tell you what, if you get in the car, I'll find the driver. Okay? All right? Yeah. That's because I have complete confidence that somebody in the audience wants to come down here and drive a stunt car. I am sure there is somebody out here in the audience that is dying to come down here and help us out drive a stunt car. Trudy?
Yeah?
Could you find me a driver, please?
I would be delighted. How about volunteers, anybody?
You know, I need somebody who has quick reflexes. Please allow me to drive you.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Find me a kid.
A kid?
Yes, please.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Right here.
What do you think?
Christmas
right
Eve.
here. I got a little boy right here. He was the first one to stand up. All right, congratulations. Walk with me. What's your name?
Jason.
Jason. Nice to meet you, Jason. Where are you from?
Washington.
Washington. Give it up for Jason. Woo! We got ourselves a new little excellent. Well, thank you for volunteering, Jason. So let me ask you, do you play lots of video games at home?
Yeah.
Are you pretty good at it?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I like where this is headed. Fantastic, Jason. Thank you so much for coming down here and helping us out. You probably want to know what you got yourself into, though, huh? Maybe a little bit? Trudy, can we get that footage?
Absolutely. Jill, let's go roll that clip. Nice fitness.
All right, Jason, look up on the big screen. Our hero's going to be in trouble, so he calls to his caller through the remote in his watch. The car drives up. He jumps in. They drive off. So we need a little bit more footage of that car, and that's where you come in. You are going to drive that car. What do you think?
Good.
Yeah, good. All right, Jeff has that car right over there.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
You're going to love this. This is the third version of our hero vehicle. It's actually a full-size remote-controlled car. Take a look inside. Let me show you this thing works. There you go, Jeremy. Good shot of the interior there, please, sir. And Jason. pay attention here with this remote control. I'm going to leave it over here on the left-hand side. We can steer the vehicle. Left and right. Just like that. Down here in the center, throttle control. Check it out. Lots of power. Don't worry, I'm going to dial that way down to get you started. Over here on the right, this is the important one, though. It engages the transmission forward and reverse. Thing to remember here, Jason, it's like driving any other toy car. You might find that in the mall. A little bit larger, of course. A whole lot more powerful. Maybe a wee bit more expensive as well.
Only a little bit more expensive. Don't worry about it. Love this car. We love using this car when we have lots of explosives going on. That doesn't happen right here. But that's okay. I have a very important question for you, Jason. Have you ever driven a remote control car before?
Yeah.
Oh! Fantastic! Was it a one-of-a-kind $100,000 movie car? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's have Trudy help you out driving this particular movie car for the first time.
We'll do a quick practice, okay? All right, awesome. Put your finger right at the top there. Now I want you to go ahead and push that forward nice and slow. Jason, now keep your eye on the car. We're going to roll that forward, and yeah, you have done this before. Nice work, buddy. Very nice. Go ahead and let go like that. That's how you get it to stop, okay? Excellent. Now your finger back on here. Now this time I want you to pull it towards you, which you already know is going to take it in reverse because you've done it before.
There you go. I'm going to help you out with the steering over here.
Excellent. And tell you what, let's go to that bridge over there and let go. Okay, so now a little bit further. Right there.
Great. All right.
All right, he's ready.
Well, now that you're an expert, Jason,
Yes, he is.
I am going to dial this up just a little bit more here, okay? Because we really need the car to fly into position. So when I say action, you can move that lever as far forward as you can. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Terrific. In 3, 2, 1, action! That's it. That's it. Keep it up. And forward again. All right, get ready to steer. There's that steer. Forward, steer. There you go. Jason, see the driver inside the car? That's exactly the driver of the car, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, our remote car driver, Mr. Jimmy Rigsby. Thank you very much, Jimmy. All right, Jason. We want to thank you for helping us out. A little prank on the audience. We have something for you. It is a one-of-a-kind Lights Motors Action honorary stunt driver pin. The only way you can get it is by coming down here and helping us out. Thank you very much, Jason. Shot actually happens at the beginning of the film, but we're going to shoot out a sequence. This happens quite a bit in the movies. We save our more complex stunts for later on in the day. It gives us more time to prepare, and it gives Jeff more time to climb up to the top of that building.
That's right, folks. Lots of action coming up here in this next sequence. They've even got the old man working here. I get to play a small role here. I'm going to be a bad guy, a sniper, as a matter of fact. I'll be taking some shots at our hero from up here. Of course, like most bad guys, a terrible shot. Our hero, on the other hand, outstanding shot. He's going to return fire, hit me with a couple of rounds. I will do a high fall on this pad down here. Now, the pad itself, of course, is another one of those safety features you'll never see in the finished film. We're going to make that thing disappear, just like the airbag in that last shot. Should be fun.
And Jeff did graduate from the Stormtrooper School of Accuracy. That's true. That's very true. All right, so to get everybody caught up on the same page here, this happens at the very beginning of the film. Our hero is going to acquire an envelope, then things are going to get a little too dangerous for our star. So we take the star out, we bring our stunt double back in. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Morena. Let's give him another big round of applause. Always perform so much better with a round of applause. Yes. All right, so Chris, motorcycle's coming out in 3 and 8. We can start shooting at you, run to the motorcycle shop, and everything else is as we rehearsed. You ready? One take? Well, no, one take. All right, I have confidence in you. Trudy, those cameras ready?
I think we're good to go.
Terrific. Go ahead and slate it, please.
Okay, rolling motorcycle chase. Sequence 3. Take one mark.
All right, on my count in 3, 2, 1, action!
Yeah. Folks, on a shot like this one now, you've got to roll everything you possibly can. So much going on in this shot. And of course, the very last thing a roll we want to have to do is to soup Dave up for another one of these, that's for sure.
I don't think that'll be an issue.
Not today.
We don't have that kind of time either. Wow, those flames are great!
Yeah, it'll be a great shot.
There it is. He goes down onto the deck, we put him out, make sure no hot spots whatsoever. Yeah, we got that thumbs up, we know he's okay.
It's good stuff.
Probably about 10, 15 seconds worth of footage right there. It's a whole lot longer to prepare it.
Yeah, there's good 30 to 45 minutes of prep goes into that, folks. Dave's actually wearing 5 layers of protective gear. Now, the first layer is a layer of fire retardant material called Nomex. You may have heard of it before. You can see it up here on the screen, of course. Another good layer of padding for the drop of the bike. Another dry layer of Nomex goes on top of that. Next layer now is pretty interesting, especially designed suit that's been saturated in an ice-cold, fire-resistant gel. Now, what you're looking at here is layer number 5. It's a disposable layer. It's alcohol exterior. We paint down a different type of gel, flammable gel this time. And it's that flammable gel that catches fire and burns, of course, and not the suit itself.
I love how it all comes together. Let's have a big round of applause for Jeff and the entire Stunt Car
Beautiful work.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you probably recognize the motorcycles in that last stunt. Maybe even the watercraft, but you probably do not recognize the vehicle. And you know what, Jeff?
Yeah.
Can we get a pursuit car out here, Cameron Allen?
A little show and tell?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Trudy, how about feet 2 meet me out here, camera?
Oh yeah, no problem. Let's get feet 2 to the set, guys.
Not to help, please.
Come on, step on.
I don't think that's an issue.
These guys really like this stuff. Of course, who wouldn't want to step on it, right? Out of force vehicles like this in a cold environment does make it real easy to get up out of bed and go to work in the morning, even on Christmas Eve. Ladies and gentlemen, another outstanding driver here. Who we got, Pete? Who we got here? It's Ron Fox, people.
All right. Ron is driving a little Corsa, over from Euro Tech, shipped over, turned over to Jeff and his team, they modified
Yeah.
to the Extreme.
That we did. Took them right down to bare metal, rebuilt them from the ground up as rally cars, really, and then dropped the open Corsa body back on top. Now, you'll probably recognize the rally car crash cage, of course, here, part and parcel of the chassis. We hang everything on that. It's pretty standard. What's not standard, though, is that engine. There you go, Kramer. Good close look at that engine. Folks, it's actually a transverse mount 1300cc motorcycle engine. It's super lightweight. It'll keep the vehicle's total weight down. Plenty of torque. That's important, of course. What's most important, though, is that that engine will tolerate the high RPMs we generate during the course of these maneuvers you're watching up here on the big screen. Now, the maneuvers themselves all require a very high degree of timing and coordination between the use of the vehicle's controls. A gas and clutch, of course, but more often than not, as you'll see here in this clip, the emergency brake is used quite a bit as well. Now, that's no normal e-brake now. It has been modified. Let's take a quick look. First thing you'll notice here, no thumb button on the end of that thing. It doesn't lock into position like our cars at home. It's also got a little master cylinder back there on the backside. You can see the tubes. Hydraulic lockout power on these rear wheels. When he drops that handle, it allows him to spin freely once again to continue the drift or to re-engage the deck, whatever we're going to need for the shot. Now, that fancy transmission, second, third, fourth gear, just give that stick a little push forward, just like an order downshift, a little pull backward. Call it a pump shift. Want those 4 gears reverse, boom, give that handle a twist. You're in the same gear going backwards. Sync, roll, and mesh. Very, very good stuff. All right, folks, I'm getting the word. We're good to go. Ron, I'm going to put you back one here for the next shot. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Ron Fox.
Preparing for our final sequence. But first, we put together a little preview of our finished product, so make sure you look out for some of the scenes that we shot earlier, like that roll car footage, Jeff's fantastic high fall, and that spectacular motorcycle burn. And then at the end, make sure your cameras are ready, because things are gonna get hot. Jill, roll that film!